Welcome everybody to another edition of the Hurry Up. I'm your host, the Don Juan Sports Adam. Tonight we're talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Dallas Mavericks. Quick turnaround for that game. You know, they just had it on Thursday. They get one day off, and now they're here on Saturday doing the game. I guess they thought the Bulls game would be better for your Sunday evening showcase. But here we are, about to get in it. Let's go. Last game, the OKC Thunder won 106 to 100. Everybody is talking about Russell Westbrook and how he had 18 points and got sat on the bench by Scotty Brooks. Let me tell you, folks, that was a great move. And here is why. If your star point guard is being aggressive, but he's creating turnovers, then he's not doing the team a favor by being out on the floor. He's not doing your team justice by being out on the floor. It's one thing to be aggressive and facilitate and get the ball out, dish, and get people involved. It's another thing when you get over aggressive and you start creating turnovers. And yeah, I know he started jabbing at Scotty Brooks. He'll appreciate it down the road. I mean, he's young now, so he might have a little bit of a temper. Understands that what these playoff games mean, what's at stake. A trip to the finals is at stake. So I understand where he's coming from. But listen, young blood, you got a lot more games ahead of you in your career. You got to understand when it's time to sit down. That time, it was time to sit down. Now, I was saying back before that they should do a double guard lineup, him and Maynard on the floor at the same time. They touched on that on some talk shows about doing that. I think it would be great. It would free him up to score. He's got to realize, though, that at some point you've got to stop being aggressive or make better decisions. You know what I mean? It kind of parallels with like what the thing happens with certain teams like Eli Manning or Peyton Manning or guys like that when they start forcing balls into tight windows and interceptions start happening. Like it happened to Drew Brees last year. When you start pressing too much, it's not cost. It costs your team in the end. It doesn't help your team when you have, turnovers. That's it. It doesn't help your team. If you force the issue, it doesn't help your team. So what happened with Russell Westbrook is he kind of got the issue forced, created some turnovers. Of course, he's going up against Jason Kidd, who is a crafty veteran. Probably did a little bit of a veteran moves, pulling the jersey, getting the move, getting some calls because they were in Dallas. So he was probably being aggressive as well. So you got to factor that in. He did score 18 points, so it's not like he didn't do anything bad. He did hit some open jumpers, which was great. I think this game he's going to be revved up. He's going to be at home. He's going to basically lead the charge. And Durant, what a class act this guy was, man. What a class act this guy is. He basically said at the end of the game that it was all about his teammates. He put his teammates before him, and he had a good game. And Harden had a great game. Harden would be a starter on anybody's ball club. Let's just put it to you that way. Harden's going to get more minutes, more time. But right now, it's great for him to have him off the bench for the 25, 28 minutes you get. That way, his main focus is scoring. All he does is put the basketball in the bucket, and that's what you want to do. That's it. It's kind of similar to how Carmelo came into the league as opposed to LeBron James. What I mean by that is when you tell a guy he has a certain thing to do, like Ben Gordon, when you tell him all you have to do is score, great. Ben Gordon as a starter, not as great. When he comes off the bench, fantastic player. So it's the same thing with Harden. You'd rather have him come off the bench and score and create and be a playmaker than actually being a starter because you wear him out and he may not have the same pop as he does in the fourth quarter. As for Durant, he's going to get his numbers. Right now, he's taking over the series. Like I said before in every of my videos, it was critical. This is game 3. Let's see what OKC can do. Remember, Dallas hasn't lost a road game since playing Portland, and I mean they have a great record in the playoffs right now. They're 9-3, so it's not that bad for them. We'll see how they respond. It's going to be a madhouse in OKC, not just for the fact that they're in the playoffs, but for the fact that they know what's at stake. They have a chance to go to the finals. They haven't been there since they were the Seattle Supersonics in 1996. That's right, the Seattle Supersonics. When they had Gary Payton, remember those teams? Hersey Hawkins, Dave McMillan, whew, man. But they got stopped by who else? The Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan. So it's going to be good for them to see if they can get over the hump. They are a young team, so if they happen to fall down the stretch, I can see them easily getting back there the next year because they are young and they've already been there before. So we can actually see how well they do. As opposed to Dallas, this is their last shot. This is the last shot they got. They're 38 years old. They're an older team. Most of their key guys are on the verge or on their last legs. I mean, this is basketball, so you could probably play till you're 40, but kid is 38 years old. We don't know how much longer he's got. Dirk is in his 30s as well. You don't really have that much left in the tank, so to speak. But that's basically the lay of the land. Should be a great game tonight. And just enjoy the weekend. It should be nice weather, so don't stay inside too long. Sunday's preview match. Critical game for the Bulls. They got to come back and they got to show that they got some fight left because they kind of got the will taken out of them by LeBron James and D Wade. So we'll see what's really good, what's really going on in the series on Sunday. But they play on Sunday, so we won't really know. But I'm hoping D Rose can come out and play. He hasn't had a great game, and last game he really forced a lot of shots, a lot of bad shots. It was transition. I know he was pressing, but he was forcing a lot of shots. Boozer looks injured. I say this about injured players: if you're injured and you're on the floor, you're giving me 100%. You give me 100%. That means you're healthy to me. That means you can play. I don't care how badly you're injured. If you can't play or can't contribute, then sit on the bench. People will respect you respecting your body and sitting on the bench. What they don't respect is you going out there and not playing well. So Carlos Boozer, you got to make a decision. If you go out there and you find a way to become a role player and contribute, or you got to let Tyrese Gibson play. I mean, he's great off the bench because, again, they ask him to come in and do one thing, defend. So we'll see what happens. Boozer, you're key to this series. Rose, you got to get out the slump. You're a great player. They're triple teaming you, but you got to get out the slump. Luol Deng, still good job playing defense, but sometimes talent is better than what you got. LeBron James is just an all-world talent. Great job, Luol, but like I said before, LeBron James is an all-world talent. So Luol, you got your hands full. Should be a fun, exciting weekend of basketball. We'll check back with you on Sunday night and get recapped on both of the games that are taking place. And enjoy your weekend. I'm Adam, the Down Sports. I'm out.